Hello, everybody. This is Bob Hardy, Double Talk 7. What we're going to do this evening is see whether we can catch some big gar in Louisiana. We're going to go to Louisiana. Make sure you got a license. This is the rigs we're going to use. I'm going to use a rod stand with two rods set up the same way. You can use only one if you don't have a rod stand or if that's all you can afford. We're going to use a Brutus 9-foot 10-inch rod, a Thunderspin 4500 reel with fluoro 022 line. They are all 35 pound, so that makes a good matched rig. Pear-shaped night float, a 7/0 hook, and our bait's going to be large minnow. We're going to use a 24-inch leader and a 3-rod stand, but I'm only going to use two positions. So let's go and travel there and see what we can do. We can't use a boat there. We don't need it anyhow. We're fishing from the shore. So I hope we can catch something large enough to make our trip worthwhile. We're going to be fishing at swampy open space, which is right here. And we want to fish a night peak. That's all I fish for the gars, night peak. So the 9 to 11 peak or the 3 to 5 a.m. peak. So we can start with this 9 to 11 peak and see what we can get. So let's go fishing. La-di-da. Here we go. Here we go. One other thing I want to do so that we're not disturbed is I want to go into a private room. That way, people that want to talk and I won't have to answer while I'm showing y'all what we're doing. Questions and get a rod stand down. Move it back where we're good. Okay. Then we're going to warp till 9 p.m. Okay. And let's see if we got rod 4. Okay. And you see, if you see my marker, but if you don't have a marker, what you can aim for is the left side of this singular big tree. There's a third one from the left to this other side, right in this area is where they are. 75 feet out is where I try to aim for. So let's see how lucky we can get tonight. There again, I like to overcast. And, well, close enough, I guess. And number 7. See, the only reason I use 2 rods is so I don't get confused. Like the bottom rods, I've got bells on them so I can tell which one is which. This situation, I can't tell which is which. They're both exactly the same. So I just try to keep track of the leaders and the line and see where they go. Okay. There have been a few big ones come out the last few days, so hopefully we can get one as well. We'll find out shortly. Here, gar, here, gar, here, gar. Some people say here, fishy, fishy, fishy. I'm not so sure a gar is a fish. They're kind of prehistoric. Turn my light off so I can see my rod indicator. There we go. There's one. Let's see. Increase the drag. Now that's something I like to do. I should have looked at that before I started. I like to set my drag at the max to where it will not break the line. That way, when I'm fishing, I don't have to try to remember to increase, decrease from one time to the next. 31 pounder. We'll keep it. We may be culling, but with a 661 keeper net, we can put a lot of fish in it, a lot of catch. So we'll just go along as we can. Now here's the thing I told you: if you come up a little long, a little short with minnows, you can adjust that because they'll swim back out. If you had large cut or something like that on here, it wouldn't happen. When wherever you cast it, that's where it's going to be. I'd like to catch a 108. I have 7 or 8 108s that I have caught since I've been down here. 108.755 is my biggest. It's not the biggest one ever caught on the game, but it's close. I've caught probably a dozen or so 107s, and I have no idea how many 106s, 5s, and 4s. But there's some big fish here, and this rig that I've got hooked up will bring in those big gar. I assure you. And you won't get spooled. Here we go, number 7. Here we go, come on. And I have noticed that usually when the gars hit and run to the right, they seem to be bigger. I like to watch them dance too. They dance more on top of the water than sturgeon. I mean, they'll put on a show for you. Get up there, dance, gar, dance. And there goes the other one. So we'll put this one down and see what number 4's got on it. Oh, that's a nice fish there. They're both pretty good fish, seem like. Now, here's the thing down here. The gar that run around 40 pounds, 40 to 48 pounds, they fight harder than the 100-pounders. I don't know if they're on steroids or they're robots or whatever, but they fight a lot harder than the larger fish. So keep that in mind when you think, boy, I got a monster, I got a monster. There you go, nice trophy. We'll keep that one. Okay, number 7. Wrong key. Come on, number 7. Come on, come on. Here we go. Still on there. Good, good. Sometimes I lose it when I change rods. It's one of the little bugs in the game still. But that's okay. We can deal with it. There we go. Another nice trophy. There are no unis. That's the one thing I would like for the developers to put in here is anything 100 pounds and over be a uni. But, their game, I guess. And they can do whatever they want. The trophies are nice. The gar have nice XP, but not a lot of money. Did I get a full net? 660 pounds roughly. I'll have about 18 to $20,000, and just about anywhere else it's 25,000 or more. But that's okay. We're here because we've already got money. We're independently wealthy, right? uh, and having fun. Come on, biggin. Come on, biggin. Now, oops, there I go. I do that sometimes. I look up, look down, and press the wrong button, wrong key. Y'all gotta remember I'm an old guy. Short memory. But that's okay. I'm still having fun. I did a video on the game. It gets jerky, or it was getting jerky from time to time. You couldn't hardly fish, especially down here. And not too bad. And I found out that if you do a fix called validate your files, that really, really helps. So I did a video on how to validate your files, and it's on my channel if you'd like to see it. My frame rate down here used to be in the 12 to 15 frames per second area, which you can't hardly fish. It gets more aggravating and more frustrating than fun, and we're not here for aggravation. You get enough of that everywhere else. We're here to have fun. So take a look at it. It's like I say, it's on my channel, and it's how to fix a jerky or slow operating game. Now, it doesn't apply just to Fishing Planet. It applies to any game that you play on Steam, and it should work. But I know it worked on Fishing Planet because my frame rate went from 10 to 15 up between 30 to 40, which is a big enough difference to warrant giving it a try. And if you like it, fine. If you don't, that's okay too. Give a look. It's a little over 2-minute video, so it's not going to take a lot of your time. And what we're looking for now is a big gar. We like it 100 plus. We're at a partly cloudy night. It's 68 degrees is the air temperature. Water temperature 73. And we're at 9:38 p.m. on day one. We've already got 206 pounds of gar, which is not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. Action on number 4 again. And 7. 4 and 7. Which one is going to be first? 7. Here we go. See, it went to the right. I like them to go to the right. But that's coming in. Okay, let's get number 4 hooked up so we don't lose it. There we go. And that's interesting because this is the first time I've actually heard the rod stand alarm. I've used it a lot, but tonight is the first night I've actually heard the beeping. It's a whole lot better than them bells. Them bells, they work on your head bone. Come on, number 7. Still there? Come on. Yeah, all right. You never know. Like I tell everybody, it's a video game. It's ones and zeros. If you do the same thing over and over and over, you can fairly well expect to get the same results. Sometimes you try something different and it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now here's the other thing. You can do this same thing with only one rod, one rig. Fish the same place. Aim for the same spot, 75 feet out with that same rig. I just like to use 2 rods because I'm hoping I get some more fish. Get a better chance to catch that big one. And they are here. There's about 4 good gar spots on this lake, but this is my favorite. I've caught more gar and bigger gar here than any of the other spots. A lot of people like to fish over on the other side. Uh, it's just your preference, and this is my preference. And if you try it, it probably will be yours too. But there again, whatever works for me may not work for you. I hope it does, because that's all I'm trying to do, is trying to help you do better. If you do better, you have more fun. And if it's not fun, you quit. You won't have any interest. Thought about putting music on these videos, but sometimes music bugs me about as much as anything else on people's videos, because the music's loud, and when you're trying to talk and overtalk the music, that's not a very easy thing to do either. And what kind of music do you put on a fishing video? That's a good question. Dueling banjos? uh, it's a decent fish. It doesn't want to come in too quickly. I think I'll let that other one go and concentrate on getting this one in. If the other one stays hooked up, it stays hooked up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Now, I know you can't hear it. You might be able to. I'll tap a little louder. I've got my rod up now, and I'm tapping that right mouse button repeatedly. Got my fingers holding down the space bar like I do. That's my reel in. And we'll see what we'll get here in just a second. See, it still don't want to come in. Bring the rod down a little bit. Come on. Come on. Come on. Well, so far the other's still hooked up. This may be one of them 40-pounders that don't want to come in. Okay, come on. Yeah, there you go. Number 7 finally got off. Got tired of waiting on me. Come on now. Come on now. First time I fished down here, the first one I was fishing on the other side in a cove, and the gar took off. The rig was too small. I couldn't even slow it down. It spooled me, run out 270 feet, took my hook, line, and sinker. It's gone. Okay, I rigged up again. My oldest boy taught me what rig to use. I went and bought it, came back in. The next one I caught was a 98-pounder, and he was jealous because the largest he'd ever caught here was only 95 pounds. He said, "How did you do that?" And I said, "I'm just lucky. Y'all know that by now." Well, this does not want to come in. And I'm using all the knowledge that I have. I'm fixing to change from the right mouse button to the enter button on my keyboard, because I can push it faster. There we go. And I'm just tapping that enter key just as fast as I can with the rod up. And it's still pulling out. Ain't no telling what I got here. I only got 225 feet of line. Hope it don't spool me. That would be embarrassing in a video. Try to teach you how to catch a fish, and the fish teach me. Yeah. I guess worse things have happened. And the thing about it, these video fish, they don't get tired. It ain't like real fish. You can fight a real fish, and I have some big catfish. I fought big catfish for 45 minutes to an hour down below the dam close to where I live. They'll get tired, and then you can crank that big old fish in. It's like pulling in a flat tire or an inner tube, but they'll come in. They get tired. These video fish on the game, they got no reason to get tired. They just keep on fighting, keep on pulling. This is one of the best fights I've had in a long time. We've already been fighting over 15 game minutes, almost 20. And it's going back out another run. Boy, I hope this is what I think it is. This might be another 107, 108. Would that be nice? Yeah, I got 70-pound muskie I caught on that video I did. First muskie video. My personal best muskie. Well, that was nice. Maybe this will be a personal best gar. That'd be another nice one. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on to Papa. Come on to Papa. Come on. Come on to Papa. Come on. I'm back off the mouse and back on the enter button. This is about the longest I think I've ever fought a fish on this game. For real. It's a good fight. I like a good fight. But I like to win in the end. And I know you do too. Wow. "38 feet is about the closest I've got it so far. I'd like to be able to throw that other rod out there and hook it with 2 rods and bring it in. Maybe what it'd take. Come on, come on. Come on now. Come on now. Come on in. Come on in. Wow. Wow. This is by far the longest I've ever fought a fish. This may take up the whole rest of the peak. I don't care as long as it's worth it. See, it's 10:20. I've been fighting this thing over 40 minutes game time now. Come on. Okay, there I saw 37, 36, 34. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go under 20. Come on. Come on. Come on. We there. All right. What do we got? What do we got? Yes. Yes. 103.7. All right. That's over 100 pounds. How about that? How about that? Good deal. Good deal. They'll put me on the leaderboard somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe somewhere in the middle. I fought that fish for almost 45 minutes. That's a long time. But it was worth it. Ain't no telling what that other one was. Because there again, you see what had happened when it hooked? It went to the right. It seemed like the bigger gar down here, when they hook up, they go right. I know one thing. My index finger, my right hand from pounding that key, and my ring finger on my right hand from tapping that right mouse button's tired. So me and the fish both got tired, I guess. Oop, number 4. Took off left and then went right. Come on now. What we got here? This is not as big as that one. Never got to see that other one dance. Now, to tell you the truth, the way it fought, I thought it was bigger than 103. I'm very, very pleased with 103. Anything over 100. Anything. I'm costing 99.95, 99.96 yards. Come on, man. You couldn't give it 100. There we go. Another trophy. And see, all of a sudden we got 502 pounds of fish in the keeper. We still got about 40 minutes of fishing left, so we should get close to our max. Okay, come on, 7 on again. Here it goes. See, once the action gets started, it's almost like one minnow on one rig is chumming the other rig. Usually when there's 3 or 4 people fishing in this same area, and when I first went in, you saw there were like 4 people standing over here. It gets the fish active and gets them moving, because it's just like chumming all the bait that's in the water. And I know that sounds kind of silly, because that's the way real life fishing is. If you want fish to get active, you chum a little bit. Whether it's carp, catfish, brim, trout, whatever. You chum a little bit, they'll get active. Well, we've done pretty good so far. 539 pounds, a little over an hour and a half. Pretty good, pretty good. And you're going to see it's not a whole lot of money, but it's a whole lot of fun. Come on now, don't quit on me. See, this is somebody with a pond pass and somebody either have enough money to buy the rod and reel and a line, or a DLC with this rod and reel in it, or something real close, can come down here and fish and have fun. Catch some big fish, have some good fights, and enjoy it. It only costs $1,500 to extend, so you can stay here for a pretty good while on not a whole lot of money. And the other thing here, if you fish here 30 nights, the reward for that, 30 consecutive nights, the reward for that is an X Series frog popper. And I'm telling you, that frog popper is a bass killer, both here and down in Florida. I'll do a video on it before too long, and I'll take it down into Florida and show you exactly what I'm talking about. I fished down there one time 34 days straight, night peaks only, and caught over 100 unis. That is telling it like it is. Now, they weren't huge. The biggest one was around 12 pounds, so it wasn't any personal best, but it's a killer. And for here, it works for both largemouth and spotted bass. But you got to be careful, because if you put it on a light rig, if you do win it or earn it and put it on a light rig, if your line gets broke, it's gone. The only way you can get it back in is you have to win, or I think you come first, second, or third in an event that has it as a reward for placing first or second or third, and that's the only way you can get it back. You can't fish another 30 nights here and get it back. So you got to be careful what you do. Careful what you do with all your lures. A lot of people fish with rigs over in Michigan in the Pike Alley with fairly small rigs fishing for pike, and along comes a big old clear muskie, latch onto the lure, and it's gone. It'll spool them out, and they lose the lure. Then they got nothing. Spend money buy it. So over there you can spend money buy another one, but still they're not cheap. But I haven't found a lure yet that consistently will catch gar better than live large minnows. And you can watch the minnows swim around out there. I've got a 7 ounce sinker on there, and they'll still swim around, carry it around with them. Not too far, but they will some. Come on, we got 9 minutes. 90 pounds. That's one good trophy. Come on. Come on, Gar. Come on, Gar. Action on 7. Come on. Baby needs a new pair of shoes. Come on, come on. This is the way I am when I'm sitting on a riverbank at night trying to catch some big old catfish in the river, watching that bobber. Say, come on, fish, come on, fish. I don't think they're done yet. It's getting close. Come on, we got 4 minutes. Come on. I need a good clock beater. Come on. Most people coming down here will only have a 440 pound keep net if that's what they've got. And that's what I had for a long time. And I'd have to, most of the gar I caught down here, I'd have to let them go so that I could keep on fishing for the big ones. With that 661, I've been able to keep everything most of the time. But I know I don't want it to go much over at 661 because that repair bill, whew, it gets stout. I mean, it gets real stout. Come on, clock beater. One more. Big or little. Big or little. Come on. Come on. Don't just ding on it. Hit it and go. Hit it and go. I'll give it about another 6 or 7 minutes after. We're at 11:02, and that's usually pretty much well when they turn off the switch. But sometimes you never can tell. Come on now. I guess they're done. 11:05. 2 more minutes. Like my boys used to say, one more time, Daddy. One more time, Daddy. One more time. Oh, come on, Daddy. One more time. Well, that's it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not disappointed. Not in the least. Not in the least. We'll see what our results here are in just a second. Get them in. Okay. We've got a total of 571.474 pounds, 11 fish, $10,837. See what I say? It's not a lot of money, but that one fish was worth the whole trip down here. Okay, that's about it. This is Bob Hardy, Double Talk 73. If you're ever in Fishing Planet, look me up. Come on in my room, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll help anybody any way that I can. Uh, if you like the video, I'd appreciate a like and a comment or a comment, good or bad. We learn from our mistakes, and I would appreciate if you would subscribe if you like it, because I'm gonna keep on putting videos out here, probably one or two a week. Uh, we'll go someplace and have some fun. One way or another, I'm going to have fun. Even if it's just catching a little panfish one right after another, I will have fun. Okay, that's it. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is with y'all. This is Bob Hardy, Double Talk 73. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. Y'all take care.